Hello everyone, my name is Travis. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to talk about specific topics around the globe in a simple words. So today's topic, I'm going to talk about how Palestine and Israel conflict started. Mostly people believe that this conflict started at 7th October when Hamas attacked Israel. But this is not the thing everybody knows. But let me go deep into this topic so you can understand what actually happened. So, my purpose of this video is to understand and deliver the realities that may not be delivered by the news channels and that kind of like social media. There is a lot of stuff. So, first, to understand this conflict, let's a little bit go back to the history between the World War II and after the World War II. So now Hitler started to kill the Jewish people. And it's pretty normal that once these people were attacked, so they were looking for a safe place to live. So they started to move from Germany to other countries, everywhere they find safety. So like they moved to Canada, they moved to United States, they moved to like Africa and other European countries. So some specific people, amount of like Jewish people, they didn't find any like safe place. Nobody except them. So they came from France to Palestine today with boats, and their boats there was a banner written that the Germans destroyed our families and our homes. Don't destroy our hopes. That was the banner on their boats. So you can search on Google and you can find the pictures from Jewish people that they arrived to Palestine. So now you can understand these Jewish people came to Palestine as a refugee. And the Palestinian authorities and Palestinian people, they welcomed them to come to their land, come to their country to live together. So this is the one political point of view. And now the so-called that Jewish people believe this is their holy land, that's another religious perspective. I will tell you about this in my next videos briefly, in a simple words that you can understand. So here we understand the Jewish people came as a refugee to Palestine. Now, there was an ideology or idea of Zionism. This is really important that Judaism and Zionism are two different ideas. So they are not like same as the Israelis propaganda start to make them like as a Jewish stuff, but this is not a Jewish related idea. In 1890s period of time, there was an idea of Zionism. So let me make a parenthesis here to understood better in a religious perspective that what this so-called religious and holy land in Jews' beliefs and the actual Jews, they know that in their religious books there is nothing to have their own country until the Jesus will come back and he will lead the Jewish people to the Holy Land. But before that, they cannot have their own country. This is a religious perspective. So now a lot of people maybe argue, and that's also like pretty normal thing that people understand from their level of perception. So some naive people think that this war or this conflict started in 7th October. So now we understand they came here. Now America, United States found it's an opportunity because the United States is far from the other civilization like the Middle East, Europe, and also Asia. That's the biggest place and biggest piece of earth that people have a lot of resources, especially Middle East. It's have a lot of resources like oil, gas, and so on. So United States found it's an opportunity. So they promote the Zionism because the actual Jewish people cannot have their own country, and they will not willing to have that. So they in their religious books they cannot kill another person just because they want to have their own country. So here, once the Jews refugees came to Palestine, they live together. The Palestinian people give them some land to live. Give like some people give their house and so on. So now you can understand once the United States gave them the weapons to these Jews refugees, and they promote the Zionism, and they started to send the other Jewish people that they were living other parts of the world to this land, and then the amount and numbers of these Jewish people became bigger and bigger. So then the United States gave them weapons. With the back of the United States, these Jewish people established their own kind of military group. And after that, they started to kill. They started to push Palestinian people from their land and house. So imagine I came to your house and as a refugee or as a guest that you gave me your place to where I can stay. And now I got much stronger than you and I got weapons and I just kick you off from your home. So definitely you will not like it and you will have a reaction as Newton's third law of motion, action and reaction is equal, but their direction is opposite. So what happened at 7th October that Hamas attacked Israel? Actually, they were not attacking. Actually, they were defending. And because these Zionist people that they call themselves Jews, they don't believe any religious perspective. So they kill children, they rape women's and they kill everybody that comes to their interest and so on. So the Hamas or Gazan people or Palestinian we call them, these are the people that they are oppressed for a long time from 1947 until now. So they're oppressed. The children, they saw that their mothers were raped, their sisters were raped, and their parents were killed. So these people became older adults and so on. So now they joined a specific a group that calls resistance group. In my understanding, that's a must. Now, these people, they started to, because they don't have enough weapons, they don't have enough power to fight with a huge amount of the tanks that the Israel have and so on. So whatever they can find, they just want to harm their enemy. And it's pretty normal reaction that if I suppress somebody, if I just take their land by force and kick them out from anybody house, so they want to take a revenge. And if they cannot reach you directly, so maybe they will find anything that can harm you, that can feel you, that can make you uncomfortable or so on. So what they have tried to make uncomfortable their occupiers. Now Israel played as a victim, and as they have a little bit command, not a little bit, the whole command on media, especially the Western media. So the hypocrisy starts. Now here, the psychologically and social media warfare started. So they made a campaign that these are the terrorist groups and we are the victims and we are blah 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 and so on. So this is how they are creating narratives for the word that the Palestinian people are actually, these are the bad people and we are the good people and so on. But actually, it's not a issue of Muslims or Jews, it's not an issue of any other religious party. This is the interest, and this is how these people want to take the whole land. Now they are planning to kick all the Gazans from their homeland and so on. So now, pretty understandable. Everybody that can have the sensible person can understand that this is happening between Palestine and Israel is not about a war. It's not about the good guy or bad guy. It's about their identity, what they are fighting for. So the Palestinian people, or either they can call it Hamas or anything else. They are on their land. This land is belonging to them, and now in any war, even in the back in the old eras, old time, the wars, they don't kill civilians. There was a war, always there was a war in old times and now. So but the civilians were not always be a target. So now you can see Israeli government intentionally they are dropping bombs on children, schools, churches, and mosques. So This is like not about the how can I say the Hamas or so on. This is about to break down their morals, break down them, and force them to leave Gaza. So this is really simple to understand that the Palestinian people they just want to make like resistance, and we can understand like other countries if in case of Ukraine that they're fighting against Russia, so we call them heroes. Not not just me, the people that they have like understanding. So once they call them heroes, but the other hand, when Palestinian people fight back, so they are going to be called as a terrorist and so on. So this is not just because of like the Palestine. You can see in Libya, Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, Cuba. So every country that they went against the United States and against the like Israel, so they were called terrorists. And because they have a whole command on media and social media, so they can manipulate the public opinion very easily because everybody is watching Instagram, they are watching like TikTok, and they are watching YouTube and so on. So there are censorship. But once the TikTok came and TikTok became popular, so now it's really difficult for the Western parties to censor all the information. And like that's make now you can understand between like 1947 until now there was no such a condition that people can understand that what Israel is doing because there was no news outside. But for now, TikTok, once TikTok came, now you can see what's happening. It's a game changing situation, not just only in Israel like Palestine conflict, everywhere now everybody have like a phone and they can capture the moments and they can like share on a media that that is much like how can I say fair enough to like get access everybody to share what they want to share. But in case of earlier times, that was not the same. So nobody was talking about Israel because they were afraid and their account will be blocked and so on. So now there is some a situation that you can share your opinion because of the rivalry between TikTok and YouTube too. So this is what I want to share about this. Like in the next video, maybe I will tell you about the religious perspective why Israel believe that this is their holy land. This is also a huge lie and like a kind of joke. I will talk about this in my next video. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel for my support. So I will continue to give you information about like different topics every day on my channel. And if you want me to talk about specific topic, just write in the comments, and I will make research and give you the best like information about that topic if you want. And I don't belong to any specific group, or I don't support any specific group, or like a group of people. So I'm a totally neutral person. Thank you very much for listening to me. Hope to see you in my next video. Until that time, take care. Bye bye.